And welcome to Flightdeck Live, powered by SportBuff. If you go to sportbuffshop.com and use the code ALICE10 at checkout, you will save 10% off your entire order. I'm Tim Capper from Personal Molson Stadium here with Cliffy D as he's not a prodigal son, but he is the return of Davis Alexander here to Personal Molson for the first time in 9 weeks. Is it two calendars?
Yeah.
2 months worth of either way. Alouettes.
Put it this way. July.
Yeah, July.
First time since July.
There you go. Yeah.
I mean, we're in a freaking new season right now.
Yeah.
That's to put in perspective.
Yeah, Road to Grey Cup has started. About to come up to Thanksgiving. Alouettes do beat the Calgary Stampeders 38-20 before just over 22,000. Considering the transit strike, that's a damn good crowd, and they got to see a damn good show tonight because we've been talking about what would this team look like with Davis Alexander back up under center. Remember what he was for the first 3 games this year, Cliff. Tonight, this is the DA that we remember.
Yeah, tonight was Alexander the Great, making his triumphant return to the battlefields of Personal Molson Stadium. What a game. What a performance. I mean, and the thing that just blows me away more than anything else, and this is what even talking with other players after the game as well, Tim, the difference between this team when Davis Alexander is playing versus when he's not playing is night and day, black and white. I mean, you could not find 2 completely different teams than when Davis Alexander is playing versus when anyone else is playing quarterback for the Montreal Alouettes.
No, it's true. And Davis had a very good game tonight, but he was also surrounded by, wide receivers galore. We almost had a wide receiver make it to the 1,000-yard mark. We'll talk about that. And also the defense. Defense stood up tonight. And you know what? It didn't really seem to matter. Vernon Adams returns home here to Montreal behind center with the Calgary Stampeders. Even though he had a bum back tonight, he played a hell of a game too. But man, as I said, defense rear their heads again like they normally do. Played very, very well, and it was nice to have a compliment. Offense and defense complement each other tonight. It was very nice to have.
Absolutely, and there wasn't any instances where one or the other was getting gassed because they were spending too much time on the field. I mean, I think it was just a right distribution of offense and defense. When this defense was on the field, they made Vernon Adams work for everything that he got tonight. I mean, he did not play a bad game, but he wasn't. It was almost like he wasn't ready for this Alouettes defense, and they came alive when they absolutely positively had to. Here at home, no less.
Yep, it's true. And, let's talk about the return of Davis Alexander. I think, I didn't know if people were thinking that, Davis is going to be here. First drive, he's going to score a touchdown. It didn't happen. But, I'm sure it was just about feeling things out because, first real live action in quite a long time. But, man, still seemed to be very crisp as he always has been. The first couple of weeks that we saw him, and even when he was hurt, before he went out with the injury again, he was very sharp tonight and looked really, really good.
Yeah, and just making absolutely stupefying plays. I'm just my jaw's on the floor with just some of the stuff he was able to pull out is just it's almost not fair. It's almost not fair how good he is, and the way he connects with his receivers and getting Stevie Scott going on the ground as well. I mean, Davis took control of this offense. He took control of this team. And he just looked, it was a masterclass. There's no other way to describe it other than a masterclass in how to come back from a horrific injury and just continue on. And that's the thing. Let's not forget, this team has won 2 games in a row already before Davis came back.
Yep.
Now the team's on a 3-game winning streak. The king is back in front of his court. I mean, it's just tremendous. Absolutely tremendous tonight.
It makes you wonder, though, too, coming up now, the Owls have 17 days before their next game because they are currently on a bye, and they got their back-to-backs, Thanksgiving, home finale on Thanksgiving, and then a back-to-back with Ottawa, and you're talking about how good it is. We saw how good he was. If you watch the game tonight, you know how well Davis played. Remember what I've been saying, Cliff, most of the season, that second downs conversion percentage really shows how good of a team you are and how well your offense is going. This Alouettes offense had converted 75% of their second downs into the early fourth quarter.
Wow, that is those are video game numbers. Like,
Yeah.
that's Madden right there. Like, it's just incredible, and just again speaks to just how well this offense works when Davis Alexander is behind center is crazy. I mean, and just how well he looked, even when he looked like he was in trouble, and you're starting to cringe because, oh God, what if he takes another bad hit, gets injured again?
Yeah.
No, he just pulls a miracle out of nowhere and just completes a first down and moves the chains, and it's just absolute beauty.
Yeah. For the game, by the way, the Alouettes ended up going 14-23. Cliff on second downs for 60.9% conversion.
Just, again, what else is to say? Like he has become a cheat code, Davis Alexander. And it's crazy to think, because this guy spent most of the year on the 6-game injured list, and it's. You know what? I want to say one thing.
Yeah.
When Davis was hurt, and everybody saw what McLeod Bethel-Thompson tried to do in running this team, and James Morgan trying to do running the team, and everybody looked at Cody Fajardo playing lights out football in Edmonton and saying, "Why did we trade it? How can we? Why couldn't we keep him?" But ultimately, this is why you traded Cody Fajardo. This is why Davis Alexander is QB1 and shall remain QB1 as long as he's healthy. And even if he's not healthy, you kind of get the impression that even if he had one leg, he'd hop around and throw incredible passes. That's just the kind of player he is. It is just remarkable what he's been able to accomplish. And to be able to get this Alouettes team and Alouettes Nation as a whole feeling good again, feeling excited, and just thinking, oh my gosh, we are so close back to the playoffs. It hasn't happened yet. It's not official yet.
Close, very close.
But tonight's effort is just, again, adding more to it, and also making the case even stronger for this Alouettes team to be a part of this playoff picture.
And that's true. And by the way, you're talking about quarterbacks, Macbeth. I don't know if anybody saw this on TV tonight on the broadcast on TSN or RDS. As you know, depth charts did show that McLeod Bethel-Thompson was our backup. Yet he had ice on his elbow the entire night.
Yeah.
Well, I'll just leave it at that. But I think it just goes to show that being pulled off the 6-game early, it was a necessity, as I think we have seen so far. And Davis is back so far so good. 17 days to get right and ready for everybody to get right and ready for Ottawa on Thanksgiving. Didn't come unscathed, I don't think, tonight. I think that it was Tyler Richards, I think, left our special teams demon, left actually on a kick, the kick in the half.
Yes.
Left with what seemed to be an injury, did not come back. By the way, kicks. Let's talk about kicking. As everybody knows tonight, that the CFO is using a special commemorative Indigenous ball for all things kicking. We were musing with Jose Maltos Diaz being so yippy tonight,
a little bit,
that maybe it was a cause for the ball. But then Rene Paredes, he had no problems, but they were shorter. We can say, he was kicking them a lot farther down.
And to be fair, Jose Maltos Diaz did get himself back on track.
He did. He
did manage a couple of field goals, a couple of extra points. So I mean, maybe it could very well be this special football that was being used tonight. I hope that's all it was, because I mean, it just seems so unusual. I mean, Jose Maltos has been money.
Yeah,
the better part of the year.
I think this is only his second game this year where he's actually missed 2 in a single game.
It's just something we've become unaccustomed to seeing is Jose Maltos breaking field goals.
Yeah.
And the funny thing is that his first field goal attempt went wide, ended up with a rouge, especially with everything that's been going on this week about modifying rouges and things like that. I wonder if that was just the Alouettes' way of saying F you to CFL Commissioner Stuart Johnson. You want to get rid of the rouge? Well, we're going to score up a whole bunch and make you think. Yeah,
we're currently standing at the 25, which would, in essence, next year it'll be the 15. Yeah. But anyways, by the way, if you haven't already, make sure you go listen to the pod. It is a little bit of a longer one, but we go to in detail and give our thoughts on the changes that the CFL has made that are going to be coming up over the next 2 years. Davis Alexander tonight, Cliff, 26 of 36, 350 yards, 1 touchdown. That 1 touchdown really does not show how good of a game he had, but that touchdown itself was an absolute dime to Charleston Rambo. And it was just so nonchalant on how he just tossed this thing up and right into Rambo's hands.
As I always say, grip it and rip it. That's exactly what he did. And just, it was effortless. I mean, it was like he was playing catch with his buddies in the backyard.
Yeah,
like that's how, I don't want to say casual necessarily, but effortless, I guess it would.
Yeah. 42-yarder for that touchdown itself. And leading receiver tonight was Tyler Snead. Ever since his dude has signed that new contract, had 115 yards tonight. He is now within 20 receiving yards of getting to 1,000 receiving yards for the year. Just this close.
Once again, making his case for most outstanding player, Alouettes nominee, Tyler Snead. And how excited must he be to see his roommate back on the field and hucking balls to him as well? I mean, that's just... You talk about feel-good stories in the Canadian Football League. I don't know if they'll necessarily qualify, but it's a feel-good story for Alouettes Nation.
Yeah, for sure. Rushing tonight, it was Stevie Scott. 12 attempts, 55 yards. Took him a little bit longer than we had hoped for him to get started, but he got started, and he did well in the second half.
Oh, absolutely. And let's also talk about Shea Patterson.
Oh, yeah.
Not one, not two, 3 rushing touchdowns.
Mm-hmm.
Absolutely sensational. And again, I think he owes Davis a steak dinner for basically putting him in the position to get those 3 tutties. I mean, wow, what a great performance. And obviously, we were a little worried about Shea Patterson last week with his ankle or his lower leg. We weren't too sure, but looked pretty good to me tonight.
He did look good, I will admit. And again, that's why I said that only the 350 yards for Davis and only 1 touchdown was kind of misleading, considering how it led to other touchdowns by his other teammates.
Yeah, but again, he was voted the Budweiser player of the game. Davis was. So I mean, everybody knew that. Okay, even if the other people got credit for the touchdowns, we know who put them in position to score said touchdowns. And as I talked about, just a masterclass. This was an absolute masterclass in offense from Davis Alexander and this offense in general. I mean, it's just such a phenomenal effort. And again, getting hot at the right time. I think it's fair to say the Alouettes, again, 3-game winning streak, got QB1 back.
Yeah,
everything's just clicking. Mm-hmm. I mean, I don't want to say it sounds or smells like 2023 again, but
let's just get through these 17 days. You come off of a win, you're in have a winning streak going, and then you have a 17-day break for your next game.
That's it. And it's easy to get complacent, but something tells me that this team, they're going to heal up. They're going to get their bodies right. They're going to be resting, but at the same time, their mind's got to be on football. Yeah. Can't be worried about Thanksgiving turkey. You got to be focused on the next game at hand.
Yeah. Let's talk about the defense tonight, man. I mean, this is the most sacks that this team has had in quite a while in a single game. Ty Beverett had 1. Isaac Ademi Berglund had 2, which brings him to 11. Which at the moment that we're broadcasting, he is now the current leader in the CFL on sacks.
QB sacks.
Sorry, QB sacks. And then Lawal Ugalak
damn near took Vernon's head off.
I was about to say he has a sack and a helmet to show for it.
He was headhunting. I mean, not in a bad way.
No, yeah. You were careful there.
There's no doubt in my mind, Lawal wasn't trying to do anything other than make a football play. So
VA duck. VA did duck. He ducked, and then the helmet came off. I mean, it's happened to be on a 3rd down, which turned the ball over on downs and gave the Alouettes something, gave the ball back. But
it'd be like that sometimes.
Yeah, and we talked about last week how the almost pick out of nowhere by I can't think right now. The interception that we had at the end of the game last week by West Sutton. And the one tonight by Ty Beverett. Woo, man, that was almost it was in the same book itself.
Yeah, even we were speaking with Ty afterwards, and even he couldn't believe, oh, this is coming to me. Okay, I'll take it. You don't get gifts like that very often, folks. So when you do, you got to take full advantage. And Tyrese Beverett definitely did that. Mm-hmm. Said it before, and I'll say it again. You can't forget the Bev. Never, never, never.
What else can we say about this team? I say that the Alouettes had the ball for 32 minutes tonight. They had a grand total of 446 total yards. That's good. An average of 7.6 per play.
Sensational. That's again, that's the kind of football that this crowd, this city is used to. and has gotten used to. Kind of lost their way a little bit earlier this year. Again, what are you going to do when QB1 goes down to injury?
Yeah.
And again, I think tonight too also emphasized just how big those shoes were to fill, which is crazy to think considering this is Davis's first year as a starting quarterback.
Yeah.
And well,
yep, almost.
It's like we're getting the high sign, but we're not done yet. We still got some more stuff to talk about.
Yeah. By the way, speaking of Davis, one thing we haven't mentioned tonight, and I guess it's it's not really an afterthought itself, but now Davis is a perfect 9-0 in his career as a starter in the CFL, which is now tops all time.
Yeah. That, again, just outstanding. To start your career 9-0 in the Canadian Football League is unfathomable. And you look at Davis's just his humbleness and just even he seems a little surprised that really that's me, all right.
Well, I tell you, the line tonight for Davis was just it doesn't mirror what it is for DeQual every week, but this was a long line. Same thing for Tyson. By the way, first time the Philpott brothers go head to head in the CFL
in a long time.
Yeah.
And it was actually funny because Tyson's mom, and Jalen's mom, obviously, has this kind of Franken jersey.
I saw it. It was amazing.
It's really cool. I mean, you got basically half a Tyson Philpott jersey, the other half is Jalen Philpott jersey. And again, it's got to be tough for a mom to, she doesn't want to choose sides necessarily, but I will say, though, she was sitting in the Alouettes friends and family section. So
there you go.
Maybe.
Then, by the way, I know we've been get so many accolades for the Owls tonight. We have to give it, and it was sort of a grown-up type of play, but that play that was in the second half where VA had the ball go over his head and just somehow was able to do what VA does, get the ball back, scramble, and complete the pass for a first down because, there's a point where they were backed up.
Yeah, I mean, I thought that had to be a safety, especially the way the ball sailed overhead and Vernon, had the presence of mind to run back and get it, but then he had defenders crashing down on him. Somehow, this slippery eel just to wriggle his way free, get out, and he threw a dart to I forget who the receiver was, but got out of trouble. That was the worst possible thing that could have happened on that play, and he got out of it and flourished as a result. And they were able to march down the field even further. That's just what VA does. I mean, wow, just what a guy, what a quarterback. I mean, and it's funny. Tonight was big play VA versus big play DA.
Yes, sir.
The student versus the master.
Yeah.
And again, Davis has been very effusive when it comes to giving respect and props to those who kind of helped him along the way. One of those people being Vernon Adams back in 2022. Mm-hmm. Davis's true rookie season.
Yep.
It was Vernon took him under his wing and showed him how to be a quarterback, showed him how to prepare, showed him how to basically be the superstar that Davis Alexander is now. A lot of that is thanks to the teachings, if you will, of one Vernon Adams. So as disappointed as I'm sure Vernon is in the loss tonight, I think there's a little part of him that's happy to see someone that he helped mentor and nurture. Mm-hmm. Have such a phenomenal outing tonight. So
yeah, I agree. And to talk about what the plays that VA did, we had that nice jump shot by DA to I think it was to Snead tonight. It rolled out here and it was just a dime to him. I mean, this is one of the times where you need to go and watch the highlights from on TSN or from RDS, and it was not. I don't want to say a master class, but it was pretty damn close.
I mean, these are jaw-dropping plays. I mean, and everybody reacted just just when you thought the play was dead in the water, lo and behold, literally Davis pulls a miracle out of thin air, and makes magic happen. And just what a game, what a performance. And to quote John Wick, I'm pretty sure I'm back.
Obviously, we're leaving a lot of guys off the table that we haven't talked about. We're going to talk about it more in detail, obviously, on the pod, because a lot of these guys really did chip in and had quite a bit when it came to receiving yards. Even though there is a bye, yes, we will be back this Wednesday. We will have a show, and we're going to try to come up with something for you guys, even though the Alouettes are on a bye, so stay tuned for that.
This is, again, the Alouettes are going to go on a bye. This is one hell of a game to sit and break down even further and talk about, because this was a lot of fun. And again, 22,000 plus showed up despite a public transit strike.
Yeah.
Doesn't matter. People will still want to come see the Alouettes. People are still going to come show up and show out, bring the noise, bring the energy. And again, just makes this place such a fun atmosphere.
Yeah, exactly. It was a great atmosphere tonight. Again, it's just like, hey, people can show up for, what was it, for the 77 Grey Cup in Montreal? Was it that transit strike there at the Big O? Mm-hmm. They showed up here tonight. We were honestly, I think they were a few worried about how many people were going to show up because of that, but they showed up. They showed up no matter what. And just, again, just over 22,000.
And I'm willing to bet a lot of those people showed up just because Davis Alexander was starting and playing in this game.
Yeah.
And transit strike be damned, they were going to find a way by hook or by crook to get here and see this man play. And he did not disappoint in the least.
Yeah, no, exactly. As you can see this week, again, Cliff and I are wearing our pins for the CFL Fight Cancer initiative. It is, I think the time to order them is currently up, but I think you can still donate to the cause.
Yes, absolutely. Go to cflfansfightcancer.ca, or I think it's cflffc.ca. Either way, they're easy to find, and yeah, you can still donate, and I'm pretty sure that they're going to be releasing more merch, or you have a chance to order merch again just before Grey Cup. So yeah, definitely. And again, if you're going to Grey Cup in Winnipeg this year, make sure you attend the event. I mean, you'll definitely get a chance to get some merch there as well.
Yeah.
It's such a great cause, and once again, it's something that's very near and dear to us. So, if you get a chance, if you have any possibility, any way of being able to support this cause, please do so.
Yeah, I agree with you 100%. Again, the Alouettes come away with a 38-20 win over the Calgary Stampeders, sweep the season series, have won 3 straight, are now 8-7 on the year, heading into a bye week.
Yeah,
heading into a bye week. Next game will be here at Percival Molson Stadium. It will be the Thanksgiving Monday Classic versus the Ottawa Red Blacks. Always a fun time. And speaking of a fun time, it'll be our yearly meet and greet. So stay tuned for more information when that does become available.
So, and again, folks, if you're watching us on YouTube, make sure you hit that like button. Make sure you subscribe, hit the notification bell so that you know when we go live or when a new podcast drops. And if you haven't already, and again, if you want to get ready for the meet and greet on Thanksgiving, you want to cop the merch, you know where to find it, flightdeckgear.ca. Make sure you're following us on all socials. Make sure whether X, Facebook Live, YouTube, Instagram, you can find us just about anywhere. Make sure you're tuned in. Make sure you're dialed in, because, like it or not, Tim, I think we'll like it. This team's on a roll, and I think we'll be playing a football game. Like, even though the Thanksgiving Day game is technically the last game that's going to be played in Montreal.
Mind blowing.
It will not be the last game. I am calling my shot right now. We will have one more game here in November. Don't know when in November, but one more game in November.
So you and Alexander Hamilton calling your shot.
Calling a shot. I'm going to stand on business. We will be here in November in some way, shape, or form, watching the Alouettes play football.
Well, if that's the case, then I want to be in the room where it happened. Yeah, sorry, had to do it. We appreciate everybody who has joined us for the broadcast tonight. If you haven't missed any of it, go watch the archive over on X, Facebook, or on YouTube, and the audio version will be available in about 12 hours or so over at www.alouettesflightdeck.ca. So for the last time here at Percival Stadium, where the Alouettes beat the Calgary Stampeders 38-20 for Cliffy D. I'm Tim Capper. We'll talk to you soon.